One of my favorite things about the way this Lil Durk situation is playing out, it's a eye opener for somebody like Zay Osama. It's even for the fans who feel like, and let's be clear, some of the rappers do have to take a lot of blame for this because you're almost like a wrestler or a character on a TV show. You sell the people this persona to get behind and root behind, and then it kind of throw you a little bit left because you're like, dang, if y'all was really cool with Dirk and you was really supposed to live out your raps and stand on business the way a lot of these rappers portray themselves, it do seem kind of funny when you seeing some of them reach out to NBA YoungBoy or tweeting him or even him and Young Thug supposedly link up. And I guess at this point, realistically, you can kind of see Young Thug is willing to do anything to keep himself relevant. And then let's again, where I'm saying some people probably, well, that's cool, stop glorifying the street stuff. But you have to understand there are local rappers in every city who kind of feel like Zay Osama. And then it's easy to see and say, oh yeah, that's why they local rappers. But realistically, some people just got a different level of morals and principles that they kind of ride on because it's like, oh, I'm from this hood and we beefing with such and such. I'm not about to do a song with this person. I don't care how popping they are. They could have a whole city on smash and doing crazy YouTube numbers. I'm still not gonna link up with them because I'm from here and it's smoke. So I respect that realistically because I'm sure if for a lot of people who actually live in these neighborhoods, you understand these morals and principles. And of course, I mean, in the bigger picture of the world, you would want to be like, oh, you're supposed to grow out of those things. That's cool. This is not the time to have these conversations, but it is the time to pay attention to just pay attention to even how people switched up on Drake. Like it's like what he was saying is like the industry kind of just deal with people on how hot you are. Cause some people just don't care. They just trying to be closest to the hottest thing. You're trying to steal some fan bases. You're trying to parlay, you trying to collaborate and do whatever to kind of be able to pay your bills. And realistically, the music business is a business, and this is how people pay their bills. So I do understand how some artist is playing Dirk 50 right now because I'm sure think about how many people kind of like think about how many people was talking crazy about Diddy before he was as soon as he first got locked up and they reading off all the things and oh he getting hit with a Rico and this, that, and the third. And then think about how people have changed their tone now, knowing that he can get out. They don't know when he gonna get out. He sent it to the five, but realistically he may be able to get out a little bit sooner. So you hear people's tone completely switch on how they even speak on Diddy. So I think even with the Dirk thing, it's kind of like it's messed up, but it's at the same time it's like you kind of just got to pay attention and understand everybody don't move by the same principles and morals. But why we even talking about this situation with NBA, even with NBA YoungBoy. I'm not. To me, it's not surprising that he's performing in Atlanta. He bringing out Lil Tim again. This is wrestling. Like this is not. This ain't in Chicago. And I think realistically, that's why they canceled the show in Chicago. That's why they canceled the one in Detroit. Because again, on the internet, even in this actual arena, it seemed cool. But guess what they did? They canceled the second one in State Farm because I understand that the internet and the kids on the internet, there's fans that be like, oh, nothing was going to happen. Yeah, because you're an internet kid. You don't know how these things are really making somebody feel. You don't know how somebody feel watching that video of him bringing Lil Tim on that stage because the same way you didn't think Lil Durk was going to do nothing to revenge Vaughn. And look at the situation that Durk is in now. So I do think realistically, this is where this whole situation gets a little tricky because you don't know what's real. You don't know what's for the internet. But again, like I said, I think everybody's kind of playing into their character. I'm like again, NBA YoungBoy dissing Lil Baby and them. You're in the arena. You got endless security, endless police around you. Nothing realistically can happen. And this is only amazing to people who forgot Drake and Meek was beefing, and Meek at this time, Meek was Meek. He was running with 20 Philly dudes at a time. He went into the Wells Fargo Center and he dissed Meek Mills. He performed back to back in Wells Fargo. Meek Mills has sold out Wells Fargo with his eyes closed anytime he feel like it. So it's not. This don't mean that people in Philly don't still love Meek. Hell, of course they still love Meek. Meek can literally do a show this Christmas at the Wells Fargo Center and it's going to be sold out. So again, I think same thing with Yo Gotti and Dolph. Like Yo Gotti can still do his birthday bash and still Glorilla just did a joint at the FedEx phone. So again, I think just you have to understand. I don't think it's necessarily just the music business. It's also the fans. Some fans don't want to choose, and some fans don't know how to choose, don't care to choose. So again, like I said, you just have to pay attention and understand that a lot of these rappers are almost like your favorite wrestler. They playing into a character or your favorite actor on a TV show. Everything ain't real, and a lot of this is more character than it is actual real substance on who these people are as real people. So again, hopefully that breakdown make it a little bit more realistic and make you kind of understand it. I do understand where Zay Osama coming from because I understand it's people who live by what he's saying. I live in the DMV area. I know a lot of DC rappers and Maryland rappers who won't do songs with each other because, hey, I'm from here and my men beefing with yours is cool. I don't care. Man, you got the city on smash, but we ain't doing no songs, dog.